Hello, my name is Allie and welcome to my channel. We are back with Radiant Tale on the prologue. Let's go. Okay, so what kind of people are we looking for?
So there's Sephora, who has a sharp tongue, Pascalia, who looks like water, and Eon, who is super strong.
All our boy toys. No, sorry. That's not a lot to work with.
You've practically only given us their names. Do you guys even know each other?
We do. And I also have to tell Ginia. He's an aristocrat who stands out like a beacon.
Aristocrat. King Arthur's subjects who made contributions to Ascultia's prosperity were granted several privileges, and over time, people began calling them nobles and aristocrats. Even in the modern day, many aristocrats participate in the world of politics, and Ginia is one of them.
The aristocrat Ginia? Wait, that Ginia?
Yeah, I think he's probably referring to the Ginia everyone gossips about. In Arthur, Ginia was the flashiest and most conspicuous aristocrat around. I'd only seen him from afar, but I was willing to bet that he was one of a kind.
Ginia said he'd be at the castle.
Okay, for now, since we have no clues about the first three other than their names, off to the castle we go. Let's head over while we deliver the chloris that Spiria sent with us.
Sounds like a plan. Velio, is that all right with you?
Yep.
All right. All right, here's our map. So interesting. So the only place we can go to is the castle. The castle we go. A magnificent castle stood in front of the plaza of the heart of Arthur city. It was the residence of the royal family, but it was also significant to the inhabitants of Arthur. We would come to register our marriages and residences. We could even come to resolve everyday troubles. Though lately, I think most people come here to deliver chloris. We headed toward the end of the line at the counter and waited our turn.
Is everyone here to hand in chloris?
I don't think everyone is, but from the look of it, most people are.
About that. They've been collecting chloris for ages. How much longer will this last?
Chloris collection. The nectar of chloris is said to be an effective treatment for the prince whose heart has been frozen. And the government has requested that everyone in the country donate chloris whenever possible. Yeah, I hope Prince Colivus recovers as soon as possible. I'm just going to say Colivus. I don't know exactly if that's how you pronounce it, but oh well. Colivus, a prince of Ascultia and the only heir to the throne. In age, he is supposed to be 17, but due to the spell he cast on himself, he retains the appearance of a child. His heart is frozen and expresses little emotion, almost like a living doll. That's kind of creepy. I don't know if I'd want to meet a living doll in person. The prince with the frozen heart. That was what we all called Prince Calivius. Ew, what is that thing? It's creepy looking. I don't like it. 10 years ago, when he was only 7, he went on a fiend raid for the first time. The fiend was stronger than expected. The public safety forces fought fiercely, but the fiend broke free and went for the prince. He cast a spell to protect himself. As a result, the prince came out unharmed, but the spell had side effects that had frozen his heart and his body's internal clock. That's so sad. Fiend. A creature like no other, born from the negative feelings of living things. They are infamously dangerous and hostile towards others. The larger they are, the greater their strength. Whatever their size, however, they are of lesser intelligence and cannot speak. Security forces. The Public Security Forces are an organization founded in the castle with the job of upholding the peace in Ascultia. Their job description spans across a variety of fields: criminal investigation, patrolling the streets, as well as subjugating fiends. Their headquarters is in Thetis, and the officers undergo their training there. There are outposts in many other areas around the country. Okay. Magic. A phenomenon caused by channeling mana. Spirits, Fabies, and humans who've made a contract with the spirit are the only ones who can use magic. The 4 magic elements are fire, wind, water, and earth. Spirits and Fabies can only use one element, while humans can only use the element of their contracted spirit. The royal family... Where are we? Oops, did I accidentally hit the wrong button? Apparently. Okay, go back down. The royal family receives divine protection from the 4 great spirits, so they alone can use all the elements of magic without contracts. Interesting. Let's go. Oh, he looks so sad. He was supposed to turn 17 this year, but he hadn't grown even 1 inch in a decade. Even worse, he'd lost his emotions, and he couldn't talk or even move on his own. Prince Colivus was born with an impressive mana pool, and everyone had high hopes for his future. These events caused great sadness in the king and people both, and researchers have worked tirelessly to find some solution. Then, after an entire 7 years of testing, they discovered that chloris were a possible treatment for the prince. It almost looks like glass, the flower. It's really pretty. It might be kind of like that because it looks like gemstones in the middle of it. Don't know. Ever since then, the king had been gathering blooming chloris for his son, with the aid of the entire country. We were told that ingesting the nectar of the chloris would have some effect on the prince, but in truth, we didn't know much. Poor guy.
Next, please.
Please accept these.
Ah, you are from Liber, correct? Thank you for always being so generous.
Oh, it's nothing. I'm only doing what's normal for a citizen of Arthair.
By the way, we've got business with a guy called Ginia. Could you summon him here?
Lord Ginia?
Tell him that Velio is calling for him. He'll know what that means.
Understood. Lord Velio, was it?
We waited a while after that before a rather ostentatious person walked out of the castle. I thought this was a girl in the beginning. Oops. Oh. I'll do the Ito voice. If you haven't seen my Hakuoki playthrough, yeah, Ito's annoying. I hate him. Anyway. You took forever, Velio. I hope you managed to actually find it in. Wow, he's as flashy as always. His mannerisms and speech were rather unique for a man, but nothing could beat his looks. This was Ginia, and I could honestly see how he'd earned his fame through gossip.
I did, Ginia. I picked this place called Liber.
Liber?
Yeah, Lady and Ratty over here work there. They're really nice and helped me out a lot.
It's an honor to meet you. I'm a staff member at Liber.
This guy's apparently staying with us, so we came to see what's up. Nice meeting you.
Aha. Thanks for going out of your way. Liber, huh? After hearing that name, Ginia seemed to mull something over as he stared at me. Ack! It's really hard to stay calm when a person like him is looking at me like that. Okay, got it. Go ahead and stay there tonight. I'll come have dinner with everyone. Would you gather the others? I'll head over later, so I'm counting on you.
Sure.
After Ginia made that request, he immediately went back inside the castle. Phew, that was nerve-wracking.
It's not like you get to talk to nobles every day. You can't help it.
Ah, so Ginia really is someone respectable, huh?
He says that, but Ginia's attitude wasn't respectable at all in my eyes.
So, we've got to find the remaining 3?
Yeah, they're probably still looking for an end, so I need to go and tell them.
Let's see. A person with a sharp tongue, a water-like person, and a strong person. Can we even find them with this little information?
Let's wander around the areas with inns and badger Velio for more details while we're at it.
Yeah, sounds like a good plan. Okay. Ginny is interesting. From what I see, there isn't a Ginny route in this game, but apparently on the fan disc there is, which is interesting. Okay, so we're going to go to the alley, but I want to see what the other locations are here. Let's see. There is Cheers, which I'm guessing is a bar. The alley, plaza, and Main Street. So we're going to go to the alley first. All right.
It's pretty quiet around here.
Only people in the know come to this back street. There are a few small cheap taverns.
Some experienced travelers avoid the inns on the main street and deliberately come here. Many customers at Liber are like that too.
Huh. You learn something every day. Ah! I see him.
Velio suddenly yelled and began running. Velio, wait up!
Ugh, that so-called dragon needs a leash.
I like Ratty. He's funny. We hastily chased him. Run!
Hey, Zephora!
He finally stopped.
What does this guy need all the speed for? Hey, can you hear me, Zephora?
Velio waved his arms as he shouted, and I looked in the direction he was facing. Okay. We're going to a different point of view.
Who might he be?
I have no clue. It seems that he might have mistaken me for an acquaintance of his. I don't know if I want to keep this voice for him, but we'll see.
Can't you hear me, Zephora?
My apologies. I'll head over and clear up the misunderstanding, so let's end it here.
Okay, see you again sometime. The intel I buy from you is always impressively precise. I'm optimistic for our future deals as well.
Okay. Interesting. Velio had been calling out to a lithe man clad in navy blue. Is that the sharp-tongued Zephora? Zephora, an information broker. Sometimes he takes on a persona of a friendly young man, but usually he's armed with a prickly personality and a sharp tongue. He likes acting on his own and hates wasting time. For some reason, he seems especially frosty toward Velio. I was going to say Evelio. What? The man continued to ignore Velio, but once he had ended his conversation with the other party, he finally turned around. Did the backwater country you grow up in never teach you how to read social cues, lizard brain? Oh no. It's a character like Sasuzuka. I hope he gets really sweet, like Sasuzuka, at the end. We'll see.
If you'd noticed me immediately, I wouldn't have needed to yell that many times, Zephora. I wanted to tell you that I found a place for the night, so I was looking for you.
Well, well. Thank you for going out of your way. It seems that even a lizard has enough brains to serve as an errand boy. Yep, he's a lot like Sasuzuka. Next, I recommend you hammer the smallest amount of manners into your head and learn not to interrupt when people are talking. It's Inamoto and Sasuzuka in magic forms. I don't know. Though he was courteous, every single word was as sharp as a thorn. No wonder Velio said he's sharp-tongued. Velio must have been used to this prickly attitude, however, because he prattled on nonchalantly.
Do you know the Tavern Liber? These two are employees there, actually.
Are you implying that you scoured the city while their staff babysat you? Seriously? I didn't know babies could be this big.
They helped me out because I don't know my way around. They're considerate, unlike you.
That was when Sephora finally shifted his eyes to look at us. Feeling a little pressured by his frosty gaze, I gave him a small nod. He's the antithesis of the friendly Velio. I guess that's how you say it, antithesis.
When I reported back to Ginia, he told me that we're having dinner as a group, so we should all assemble at Liber. Jeez, I couldn't read.
The sound of that is extremely off-putting, but I can't go against the leader's decree. Leader's decree. Orders of the leader, Ginia. There are times when he dishes out instructions that benefit circuses operation, but that only happens once in a blue moon. I'm wondering if circus is supposed to be some type of acronym because it's all capitalized like that. I don't know. I may be wrong, but most only serve the interests of Ginia. But as members of circus, the troupe is obliged to comply no matter how reluctant they are.
Aw, don't look so glum. I promise we're a tavern that has great food, great booze, and the most comfortable rooms around.
Booze! Beverages with alcohol. Something Ratty can't go without. In Escultia, humans are only allowed to consume liquor after they turned 18. Thetis is famous for their beer, and Oriens is famous for their wine. Interesting. Yeah. We may not be a luxury hotel, but we take pride in our food and hospitality.
It's an awesome place. Make sure you come.
Fine. I get it already, so hurry up and go somewhere else. You're getting in the way of my work at this point.
If you don't show up, I swear I'll shout your name in the middle of the street until I find you.
Don't embarrass yourself any further. And Liber, was it?
Yeah, see you there.
Sephora turned on his heel and walked away at a brisk pace. He said he was working? I'm going to let you guys go here. I hope you are enjoying, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!